Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's going to be reviewing a Ford F-150 Lightning Pro. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Kengar Ford here in American Fork, Utah for giving me some time with this truck. I'm going to include a link to their website in the description down below so you can check what they have currently. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. So the F-150 Lightning Pro has a 98 kilowatt hour battery pack paired to a dual electric motor setup. This provides the truck with 240 miles of driving range, and then it puts out 462 horsepower and 775 pound-feet of torque. Now before we dive into this key fob, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. And we're going to press this button here on the key fob, and that will actually open the front here with the Lightning, and then you can see lock and unlock function. And popping into the storage area, you can see we've got a little light here, and then we've got the escape button, and then got some outlet action, some USBs and everything inside. So definitely lots of practicality built in. There's even more storage underneath as well. And then when you're all done, you actually have this button up here, and that will lower that down. But yeah, it's definitely a cool thing with electric pickup trucks that you have even more storage space up front. And then when it comes to the front end of the Lightning Pro, I actually like it a lot. It doesn't have the crazy light bar that like a Lariat has, and so it just, I don't know, I think that light design looks a little bit cleaner. But you can see it's still mostly closed off for aerodynamic efficiency, and you still have these softer body lines to make it so that the truck itself is also more aerodynamically efficient. Now our turn wheel setup is 275, 65, 18 in the front and over in the rear. And you guys can see here with the wheels, you've got the silver mixed with the blacked out elements. And then we've got independent front suspension. We also have independent rear suspension as well. This one's still just a dud. If you want an actual charging port, you got to walk around. And it's right here. Got fast charging as well. And then here's your full side view with the Lightning Pro. And then taking a look at the bed area, first off, we got even more outlets if we didn't already have enough. And this just has a standard F-150 bed in terms of the size and all of that, so nothing's really changed there. Tailgate feels the same as well. And then you can see again with the taillights, how they are just there. They don't have the light bar like on a Lariat. And again, I think that looks a little bit cleaner. Parking sensors there at the bottom. And putting it all together, let me know what you guys think about the Lightning, but I think it looks pretty good because, again, ultimately it's just a regular F-150 in terms of the styling, for the most part, just electric. Now the Pro is built off of a work truck package, so you guys can see more basic with the materials all down, but this one actually has vinyl seats, which I appreciate. These are easier to clean than cloth seats, and you can see storage underneath. Now getting in, you gotta kind of lift your leg up a little bit, so side steps would be nice, but legroom once you're in here, it's solid. We also have some cup holders, some vents, got some charging ports as well, and then headroom, it's good. And it looks like the rear glass in this is fixed. Now taking a look at the front door panel, you guys can see again more basic with the material use. We've got all of our window controls, front tour automatic, mirror adjustments, and you can see your door lock and unlock. We do have blind spot monitoring with the mirrors. And if you're wondering, payload on this is 2,148 pounds. That's pretty dang impressive. Notice the gross vehicle weight rating, 8250. Interesting. Anyways, you can see with the front seat here, again, got all the vinyl. And then you got our parking brake here with our light controls. Got the front release, and then you got the little flag there on the side. Now taking a look at the steering wheel, you guys can see more basic with the material use. We got some controls for the center stack. We got our cruise control as well, volume, voice command controls, and then a little turn signal windshield wiper stock built in. And then we've got this digital gauge cluster here. So pretty similar to a normal digital F-150 gauge cluster, except you can see we've got a range there on the side. So 143 miles. You do lose some range in the cold. It's not fully charged though, but still you do lose range in the cold. And then it lets you know like temps there at the top of the battery and everything. So next thing is reverse. You can see you got a backup camera with trajectory that turn with the steering wheel, and big camera view because this has the horizontal display, not the stupid vertical display that the loaded up Lightnings have. Got a camera button here at the top, by the way, hazard light stability control there at the top as well. But yeah, infotainment system is super easy to use because it's horizontally displayed. You can see we do have some different drive modes here with the Lightning. You can have your one pedal drive as well, and then you still have a locking differential with the Pro. Interestingly enough, it's actually soft touch here on the dash, which you usually don't get in a work truck F-150. And then you can see you got the open glove box there. Got another glove box down below. Got some more outlets. Dual zone climate controls, heated seats, heated steering wheel, which we're going to turn that off. Or actually, no heated steering wheel, sorry, just heated seats. That was my bad on that. And you got more storage down below. Got some cup holders here, and then we got our shifter there to put it into gear. And then we got the center console. This one's just the regular one, not the workbench. And then nothing up top. So here's the window sticker for this truck. You guys can see 110A. But anyways, after all options, $54,790 is the total MSRP. And man, I feel like I'm gonna slip on this ice. Anyways, let's see how it drives. Well, let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's visibility over the hood, both the mirrors, both the rest of the rear. And actually, let's kind of adjust the seat a little bit so you guys can see better. Anyways, let us set off in the Lightning. So I am going to give a shout out to my second channel in this video. It's called The Ben Hardy Show. I don't know when this video is going to post, but I've been working on making a video for that channel talking about the electric car market. That one pedal drive is so aggressive because, you know, things have been changing over the course of the last year. But over the course of the last, like, literally couple of months, things have shifted a massive amount. And so, yeah, I'll be kind of talking about that in that video. If you kind of want something that's more about just the electric car market, because I noticed on these videos of electric cars, there's a lot of comments, and, you know, I think some of those people might have their, I guess, comment needs satiated with a video that just kind of focuses on the electric car market. Anyways, super smooth. These vinyl seats are comfortable. I just drove a Lariat before this, and it was a Super Duty, but same seats basically in terms of the bolstering design and everything. But I think this is just as comfortable as that Lariat. A lot easier to drive than that F-150 though, let me tell you. This is a much smaller vehicle, and the independent front and rear suspension makes the turning radius a heck of a lot better. I will say the one pedal drives a little bit, you know, finicky in terms of like getting used to it, but it's not bad. It's not bad. Yeah, the truck's so easy to drive. It's always weird for me to, because I don't own any electric cars personally, and in terms of reviews, I typically don't do that many reviews on electric cars because they don't get a lot of attention. People just don't really seem to be researching into them all that much. So I don't review them as often, so it's always interesting for me to get into an electric car. It's like, no engine sound. Instant power and torque. It's always weird. Yeah, so we're in normal mode. Obviously super smooth. I mean, the benefits of an electric powertrain, right? You get the instant horsepower and torque, so the acceleration is very predictable, very smooth. And with the one pedal drive, you don't really have to use the brake yourself. But if you actually, with most electric vehicles, funny enough, if you actually look at the brake pedal when you're doing one pedal drive, it's actually pressing down. So we're gonna pop it into the sport mode here. Yeah, that's got some torque. Wow. Again, it's 775 pound-feet of torque. It's pretty crazy. And it, you know, with the dual electric motor setup, it can put down the power no problem. No brake at all for me. That was all one, but again, it's doing the regen itself. I've always wondered what it'd be like to drive one of those big rigs. 'Cause, man, you got so much truck and trailer behind you. It's quick. It's definitely quick. It's a fun vehicle to drive. So let's sum things up here with the Lightning Pro. The downside with the Lightning Pro, or at least this one, is the lower range. I think the Lightning is best had with the larger battery packs. You can get more range. So there's that. But outside of that, I like this the most. I think that the higher end Lightning packages are kind of pointless in my opinion. I mean, I understand why they make them, but from my perspective, if you're gonna go in for an electric truck, I don't know, I don't see what the point of getting all the bells and whistles. I guess if you're using it as a daily driver, that can make some sense. But in terms of, I don't know, just I guess using it as a, you know, for some truck stuff and all that. I don't know, I think the base model, right? Save yourself some money, get better payload, all of that. But yeah, it's overall, I mean, I like how it drives. I just, you know, just like everyone else, the range isn't enough. A pickup truck with a standard gas powertrain can get at least 400 miles on a tank. And some of them are now 500-600 miles, depending on, you know, the truck that you get. 700 miles in some cases. Range isn't enough. Charging infrastructure, right? That's still a big issue. And now we have an issue with stuff I'm gonna be talking about in the video, but now we've got that issue with there's just not enough power, right? It's like the charging infrastructure is there, but you know, you got rolling blackouts and everything happening in areas like California, so it's like you couldn't charge your EV even if you wanted to. So let me know what you guys think about the F-150 Lightning, and let me know what you guys think about the future of electric pickup trucks. I think there's a future for hybrids. I don't think there's a future for electric pickup trucks. That's just my opinion.